I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First drive coming up here for this New Orleans Saints offense. And leading him out at quarterback here in 2021 in his 7th NFL season, it's Jameis Winston.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. They'll break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Winston. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, signed as a free agent out of Arkansas. It's Felipe Franks.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 114 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. From the gun, Winston. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Franks. Steps away. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, the big play prior to this one got them down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is, when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Lux with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Franks now. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Jameis Winston and the Saints ready to go back again on offense.
He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working out of the gun, Winston.
Throw left side, complete to Troutman.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Winston. He completes it to Snead. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Winston to give, it's Kamara.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Looks good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now it's Patterson.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Franks. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
On 1st down, Hawkins. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we're talking about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Setting up play action. Franks.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Time again to see Jameis Winston in this Saints offense.
We will see here that he's done quite a bit, but the bottom line, I guess, partner, it hasn't been enough right now.
Let's face it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
John Kaminsky in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Winston's throw taken in by Snead.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. This is Smith with a grab. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw is Winston. Over the middle to Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Off the play fake, here's Franks.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Franks.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
And meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Thomas.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 39, Winston.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports and abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Now it's Patterson.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on the stop that time.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to him on first down. Room to run past midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
56 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 35.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
A first down throw. Here's Franks.
He completes it to Ridley. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
They'll try again.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency.
And Winston lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
John Kaminsky.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, what a juke into space. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
On 1st and 10, Franks.
That is taken in by Hurst. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Franks looking to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Coup for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Here's Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
In the hands of Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Again, it's Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Winston now to throw on first down.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. 3 yards the gain there, second down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now it's Patterson.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Franks. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Franks, 3rd down from the gun.
He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
A first down throw for Winston. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
To throw, Winston. High throw, but he makes the catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Jameis now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Winston to Thomas there for the Saints first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again with Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And his pass incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Winston. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they can get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Winston. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So their deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
"70 seconds remain. This will be an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
On first down, Hawkins takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. Looking to throw. Franks. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Saints are right back in this football game.
The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Winston to throw. It's complete to Snead. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Winston. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one